I do enjoy seeing you weekly, so thank you for reminding me that we even had this today because I completely forgot.
One of these days you'll see me strongly.
Oh, I get it, as opposed to weekly. Yeah. I could avoid seeing myself weekly at least once a week. But
More
no.
like bi-weekly, am I right? Which I never looked up. I assume that means every other week.
See, that's what I'm confused about. Is it every 2 weeks or is it twice a week? I think it's twice a week because bi-monthly is twice a month.
I would say twice weekly is not the same as bi-weekly.
Right, but think about it. Biannually, what is that?
Every other year.
No, that's twice a year.
Bicentennial is 200. That's 200s. So it took 100 to get to centennial and took 200 to get to bicentennial. So biannual means you need to get 2 years in.
All right, you win. You're right.
It's not every 50 years.
I thought it was, so that's why. Okay, well, we've settled that because I figured bi is like bifurcate, which is like to cut in half. But I guess bi also means two, so bifurcate is to make two as opposed to cut in half. So that's the end of that.
You know what they say, when bifurcation's lost its fun.
I went to San Diego this weekend with family to see family, and we stayed at a resort that I could not figure out the layout of. It was a maze. It was a twisty, windy mess, and I could not find my way back to my hotel room ever. It was so weird. Like,
Damn, so you didn't see your family for like weeks because you were just trying to, for the whole weekend, because you were like, I'm lost. You're on the whole other side.
I still haven't seen them. I don't know how we drove back together from San Diego, but this hotel, it was called like Paradise Point Resort and Spa. If you look at a map of it, I swear to God, it looks like it's like a panopticon, or like, a maze that's meant to be a jail that's meant to be a maze or whatever. It's not a grid. It's just winding roads. So like, I went to visit my aunt with my parents. We went to her hotel room, and then we walked back, and I said to my dad, I think we need to retrace our steps because we're going to get lost. And he said, no, we're going in the right direction. And we got fucking lost.
That's
we got
just
lost.
A classic dad move. I don't need directions. And then, bam, you're in the middle of Alabama at fucking nighttime.
In the middle of an island in San Diego.
Middle of Altadena with no milk.
I saw my first cousins and their kids. So I learned that their kids are my first cousins once removed. And they are all so incredibly cute and funny. It makes me want to have a kid.
Well, there's plenty around. You just steal them. Drive that van.
I mean, yeah, with my hairline, that might be the best I can do, But yeah, I just want to have a kid and then get fed up with them and give them an iPad to sort of fry their brains on.
Well, you can just have one of those kids just because, you're supposed to have kids, not because you wanted to. That's a callback. You remember that when you were at the restaurant for that birthday dinner and the lady's like, oh, yeah, I just had kids because I wanted to have kids.
Oh, yes. Jesus Christ.
And you had a conversation with that lady?
It was the strangest logic. The logic was, her name is Lisa. The logic was, she said, do you have any kids? I said, no. She said, do you have a pet? And I said, no. And she said, so I guess you just don't have the nurturing instinct. And I'm like, why would you come to that conclusion just because I don't have those things? And I said, how about you? Do you have a pet? She said, no, I have kids, so I don't need a pet.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
And that is also just strange logic. It's like, oh, so you're just using this tiny being to fill up a hole inside you as opposed to, because, you can have a dog too. They're not mutually exclusive. But she was treating it as if it's like, oh, well, this nourishes me enough. Fuck dogs, All right, it's that time of the show where I go off screen to blow my nose.
Ba-da-ba-da. This blow off the screen nose job is brought to you by the President's Cup. This is the annual award given to the NHL's best team that scores the most regular season points, where you get 2 points for every win and 1 point for every tie. And you total all that numbers up, and then you get a trophy, and then you lose in the playoffs in the first round. And that is your fate. It's been a long time since a President's Cup trophy winner has advanced or won a Stanley Cup.
Okay, so you're feeling better now? Like, how sick were you?
It was weird. It oscillated. I was like, had chills and like body aches for like a day, and then it was just like straight sore throat. But then like sometimes I would just like sweat through my clothes at night and wake up like
it sounds like you had the flu.
Yeah, maybe.
My grandmother and grandfather just had COVID, so that's fun. They're 97 and 95. They beat it. They both beat it.
Spite beats all of us.
Yeah, how crazy is that, though?
They're going to outlive us.
He's 97. He got it and then gave it to my grandma.
Do you think he did it maliciously? You think he said, hey, I got this thing?
Yes, I do. He's a busy guy. He goes out. I mean, he's not busy. He doesn't have work. But he goes out and sees people and, schmoozes with people. And then he brought COVID home. And then they gave it to one of their caretakers. So now she's out for a bit.
Hell yeah.
But it's crazy that my 95 and 97-year-old grandparents recovered from COVID faster than I probably would because I have asthma.
Yeah, well, also we're on like the 19th iteration of COVID, so it's just a annoying little bug that...
Not for 95-year-olds.
If they're full of hatred, yeah, that is fine.
My grandmother might be. She might be full of hatred, actually.
It's a fire that consumes most all matter.
See, I don't know if my grandfather is full of hatred. I think he might be full of envy, while my grandmother is full of hatred. He's not envious of my grandmother, but she might hate him. So it does sort of embalm you a bit. I do think this hatred, this deep hatred, but she's also sort of out of it. Like she's got some dementia, and like sometimes she can carry on a conversation, sometimes she can't. But somehow they're both living on the 5th story of an apartment building overlooking Toronto, and they're both just survived COVID. It's
and at least one of them still drives, right? So that's good.
He got his license renewed because he can draw a clock. They give you a cognitive test when you're that old to see if you can draw a clock. They say draw a clock that shows the hour and minute hands at 10 after 11. And a lot of people, yeah, exactly.
I fail.
Right. That it kind of messes with you, but they're able to do it. Except when my grandfather did it, there was a guy next to him who was cheating off my grandfather because I guess his mind's deteriorated so that he can't do it. Can you imagine cheating on someone for the time? Like having to steal it.
Who's got the time for that?
Exactly. Well, apparently this guy does.
Ooh, it's tiny hand 11, big hand 1.
No. Yes. It's our hand 11, big
2.
hand
5.
Big hand.
No, is
big
1
hand
5? 2. Damn. Yep, I failed.
Yeah. It's our hand 11,
license
minute hand 2.
Yeah, but the hour hand's small. Like, I'm not going to remember an hour hand because it doesn't say hour. It just says is small.
Okay, well, that's what my grandfather drew, 10 after 11. So he got his driver's license renewed now. But he can drive. I mean, he drives at, 15 kilometers per hour below the speed limit. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I was with this girl about 3 years ago named Leia. I realized when we were in her car once that she had her speedometer in kilometers per hour. So she'd been driving 35 kilometers per hour instead of 35 miles per hour the entire time she'd had this car, which means she was slowed.
That's like 20?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
It's like 22 miles per hour. And I changed it for her. And I also filled up the air in her tires for the first time. She was like, oh, I'm getting better gas mileage now.
And then she went too fast and crashed into the ocean.
But, yeah, I mean, in her defense, though, it was a Prius. So Priuses are for people who don't give a shit about cars. So, like, It's normal if you don't know how to add air or change a tire or even notice if you're in kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour. And that's a lot of people in Los Angeles, unfortunately. It's just a bunch of people who don't care about who they are or what they're doing on the road or what they do or whether they slow someone down or they block someone. Priuses really drive slow in the left lane a lot. They're those kinds of people.
I immediately break up with them, blast them on the internet. Like, I'm out. If you do that and I'm in the car, I'm just going to jump out on the highway. Like, just leave me.
Well, the only times that we ever drove on the freeway, I was driving.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, if I was dating someone that drove like an awful person, I couldn't. That's a deal breaker.
Okay, well, look, to be fair though, when I was in Portland with you, you did tailgate a little bit, and I would consider that bad driving. You did get on people's asses.
Sure, because they were being slow in the left lane. It's their fault.
Right, but that's still endangering me.
Oh, I would never endanger you, Ben. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, right. But also,
whereas what you're saying is they don't know what they're doing, which is, I think, worse. As long as I'm aware, then I can fix it.
No.
If you're not aware, you can't fix it. It's impossible.
But therefore, driving slower is safe. Like, if a person who's unaware, who's driving fast, is not as safe as a person who's unaware and driving slow.
It depends on the situation. I feel like if you're in the left lane and people have to go around you because they want to go faster, then you are causing more potential damage than someone going fast.
Right, but then the people going around you are breaking the law because there's no passing on the right. So that's really
you're breaking the law because you're not passing on the left. If you're in the passing lane, you have to pass.
But someone can't make you break the law.
If you're already breaking the law, then people have to break the law to unbreak the law that you've broken.
Okay, you win. Did you lose your voice when you got sick?
No, I just had a sore throat. Like, I felt fine. I was just annoyed for a long time.
You weren't coughing a lot?
Nope, I didn't have any coughing.
Oh, lucky you, dude. I was coughing so much. Ugh, my voice still hasn't fully recovered. Like, if I talk for a while, you can hear it gets a little sort of hoarse and gravelly.
You gotta lean into it.
You gotta lean into it, man. No, but I don't like it because I lost my voice completely, and then I was just my ribs hurt from coughing so much. That's how bad it was. And I hope you have pity on me. I really do.
It's out there somewhere.
Thanks, man. Thank you. That's good to know. So I saw my cousin, and she was like, "Are you doing a podcast or something?" I keep seeing something on your timeline saying you're doing a podcast, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't explain that at all. A friend of mine just keeps posting shit, and that's on you. You're the one pressuring me into having to account for myself, and I don't appreciate it, Tyler." And my cousin was like, "I hear you're a comedian, so now I have to do comedy or something."
Well, that one's not on me.
I know, but it's bullshit because word is getting out, and I now have to actually make an effort in my life and actually do something, and I don't like it. He's like, I haven't done comedy in a year and a half, and he said, "You know what? I think you should do it again. I think you're good." And I was almost brought to tears. I was like, oh my God. I gave him a hug. He was so sweet. And then I wanted to be like, you don't know whether I'm good or not. You have no idea.
And then he gave you COVID.
He's a very smart, precocious 12-year-old. Really smart. Unbelievably smart. It was sweet. It was a sweet moment. And these kids were really sweet. And
you never saw them again after they got lost in the labyrinth.
No, I got lost in the labyrinth. What's crazy
Everyone
is
else
that
could find their way.
What's crazy is that he has a phone now. So he texted me. It's crazy getting a text from a 12-year-old or 11 or 12-year-old.
Texted you?
No, he said
it's crazy getting a text from a 12-year-old, isn't it?
He said we're over by the big tower by the lobby. We're feeding the ducks. Where are you? That guy was born in 2013. And I'm receiving texts, incomplete sentences saying,
Ooh.
"We're feeding the ducks. Where are you?" It's
So is
bizarre.
YOU?
Yeah, WHEREAREYOU.
Wow.
Full sentences. No emoji,
Dude,
no abbreviation.
that guy's life is not going to be fucked up because he's got everything going on for him.
He's so smart. He's so smart. He knows, like, he plays trumpet. He knows his scales. He's in jazz band, and he's just reading constantly. Really sharp, and it's crazy. Like looking him in the eye and having a conversation with him and his sister, who's like 8 or 9, and she's also just wonderful. It's so weird. It's so weird how smart little kids can be.
Speaking of, welcome to the podcast. This is Unusable. I'm Tyler
Yes.
Martin.
I'm Ben Steinberg.
Benjamin Steinberg.
And
Roy G. Biv Steinberg.
and Tyler, I can't remember your Squilliams Martin. Your middle name is William, right?
Correct.
Which is your dad's first name, Bill William.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bill William.
Do you know,
yeah, hyphenated.
Do you know where my middle name Roy comes from?
Roy Campanella. I'm guessing.
It comes from nowhere. It's nothing. It's just a name they gave, a middle name they gave me. I don't know why they gave it to me. It was originally going to be Raphael. It was originally going to be Benjamin Raphael Steinberg.
That'd be dope. Would you go by Raphael? Would you switch that up and go that way?
No, I think I like Ben. I like Ben. I think Ben's a better name than like Rafa or Raphael.
But you'd have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles similarities.
I know, but that would have made it even worse.
I'd be Tyler Donatello Martin. That's pretty good.
I think if my name was my middle name was Michelangelo, that would be cool. Benjamin Michelangelo Steinberg. That's a weird ass name. And then there's...
Would you go by Angelo?
I could go by Angelo. I knew a guy at work named Michael Angelotti.
That's pretty
So
good.
his name was Michaelangelo. Also, I was listening to Bert Kreischer, the comedian, and he thought that his name was just, like the famous painter's name was just Michelangelo. So Michelangelo. He thought this Italian guy's first name was Michael.
That's a pretty standard Italian name. Super Romani.
Anyway, this is unusable. That was unusable.
Jeez. Next time we'll talk about the Talos Principle.
Have you played those games?
I've been enthralled.
So good. Stop. Let's stop here. Okay.